The story begins with a plane battling a terrible storm. Music. Our main character, Chuck, was sitting quietly and using the toilet, music, when suddenly the plane's pressure began to drop, causing the toilet door to open and the cargo fire to explode, music. The pilot put Chuck on his seat because an emergency landing was to be made in the ocean, music. The pilot gave him a life raft and asked him to buckle up. The plane began to rapidly descend. Now the plane was about 3,000 meters away from the ocean. Then Chuck realized that his girlfriend had dropped his pocket watch. The pilot told him to put on his life jacket, but she was on his right. Jack unbuckled his seat belt because of the pocket watch and went to pick it up. Staggering, music. But as he picked up the watch and tried to pick up his jacket, music, the angle of the plane changed and he couldn't move. The pilot realized he wasn't in his seat. So he, music, unbuckled his safety belt. The powerful jolt severely injured the pilot. The pilot landed the plane on the ocean floor at a slow speed. Music. But the wrong one. The landing flooded the cabin. Chuck's life was saved because he wasn't wearing a safety belt. Suddenly, the plane's upper deck exploded, and seawater began to flood the plane. Luckily, Chuck had an inflatable raft in his hand. As he opened it, the raft's attachment suddenly became stuck in the plane. The sinking airplane began to pull Chuck down along with the raft. But Chuck was lucky because the rope attached to the raft suddenly broke, and the life raft pulled him to his death. He pulled him out of the water. Finally, Chuck reached the surface of the ocean safely, music. He tried with all his might to climb onto the raft and held on to its edge until his dying breath. But he slowly drifted toward the engine that was still running. Seeing the danger behind him, music, he immediately closed his eyes. Just then, the engine caught fire, and the blast wave threw him back into the ocean. The entire plane slowly sank into the ocean with a music, loud blast. But the danger was not over yet. Chuck was not only trapped in the strong storm of the ocean,